how you guys doing today? Today is currently Wednesday. And that last video, man, I wish I would never messed that meetup. As you seen, it was all good. It was probably about like 100 cars there. I will host another meet with a crew soon. All right, but skip that meet. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys about all the mods and the cost of everything that I built on my car. Like I said, maybe from the video you seen before, my car was completely stock about 6 months ago. I got my Mustang 6 months ago, completely stock, and then as you can see now, I remodeled the whole thing. So I'm gonna be telling you guys the cost of everything, how much I paid for on eBay or Amazon or whatever, Craigslist, boom, 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 I don't know. And then I'm gonna be telling you guys the cost of my car, pretty surprising. And yeah, I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. I've attempted to make this video already, but then I ran out of time because I had to go to work. Good. All right, so I just got out of class, but I'm gonna jump right into it. So I've been wanting the Mustang for like a year and a half or whatever, and I saved up about maybe $7,000 to $8,000 for a Mustang. I planned on getting the Mustang that was like already built. By the way, I'm going to a spot right now to my job, and then I'm gonna, film all the everything that's on my car in a second when I get there. I seen this Mustang. It was in Villa Park for sale for $5,000. It had originally 136K miles. It was clean, no problems at all listed by the owner. Like minor problems, clean, garage kept, no rust, perfect Mustang that I was looking for, and it was all stock. All right, so me and my buddy, we end up going to the guy's house, and immediately I see that this guy has like 10 cars in his his garage area and around his house. So I'm thinking, oh, this guy sells cars around his house. So by that point, I definitely knew for sure that I was gonna get this Mustang for the price I wanted, because he wanted this car and he wanted multiple cars out of his lot. So, we get it, we see the Mustang, I take a look around, and as you can see, like right now, this Mustang, it came with, scratches and like scrapes on the front bumper. There was some tape that this guy had on it, and there's like some flames on the side that this guy put on it. That was like, what the hell? There's like one little dotted rust spot that also showed right here. And what else? The back, there were some scratches, there was some dents and dings in the car. So I'm like, okay, I can probably deal with this. I want to rebuild this car anyway, so I'll probably change out the bumper and change out everything else. It needed shocks, it needed springs, the car needed a new clutch. Other than that, the car rode smooth. There was nothing really major wrong with it. I planned on lowering the car anyways, so that gave me a good advantage for me to drop the price on the car while negotiating. But throughout the end, just jump to it. The guy had the car listed for $5,000. With everything that was like wrong with the car, that I found wrong with the car, rusted and everything, I told the guy $2,500 right off the bat. And then I tell you, this guy was surprised. This guy was surprised. I said 2,500. He was like, oh, no way, man. No, 2,500. And then I said 2,500. The car was listed for 5K. This guy drops the price all the way down to 3,000. So I'm negotiating. I say 2,500. He thinks for like 30 seconds. He goes 3,000. I'm thinking like, oh, hell yeah. But I'm definitely about to get this car for my price. Already dropped it by half. So now I'm just going up by, I went up by 200. I went up to 2,700 because I didn't want to do them like, too bad. Although, I knew that this guy wanted to get rid of this car, and I know this car is mine, my price, because he had all these cars in front of his lot, and it had some problems with it. Like I'm saying, like, I said, I got to replace a clutch, this and that, that's $1,000 here and that. You just got to come up with these things to convince the seller to sell you the car for the price that you want. So I went up to 2,700. And then he was like, no, can you do $2,975? And then I just said, yeah, I'll do $2,975. And boom, I got my Mustang for $2,975. The price may be right down here. The price of everything will be right down here. I'm gonna add up the total, boom, 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 and then you'll see the overall total and price of everything that I spent and built on this car. Now, you guys are out of the case right now because I had you guys held up right here in the case, so I won't be holding the camera. So the first mod that I've done to this Mustang, because this Mustang is so hideous without headlights, were the smoked headlights from American Muscle for 90 bucks. So now the second mod that I got on my Mustang, when I got the headlights, or the housings, I went to get the LED bulbs. Those were 25 bucks. So I got my housing, I got my LED bulbs, and then maybe a week later, I bought a 3M black gloss wrap from Amazon for $50. I was looking at videos, I was planning on wrapping the roof myself, even though I never wrapped anything in my life. But it didn't seem too hard. But also, for your first time, you might mess up. So I ended up taking it to a professional wrapper, and I got my top roof wrapped, and I got my deck lip wrapped for $60. So I got the wrap off Amazon for $50, and then I had to pay the guy another $60 to wrap the roof and the deck lid for me. All right, so I got my wrap wrapped by the guy, and then after the wrap, I had ordered my chin spoiler, because that is the main look that gives this Mustang like its perfect look. Whether you're lowered or if you're raised, you know, the chin lip is the most important thing. So I bought the chin lip off of Amazon also, again, for about, I think it was around $60, either $54 or $60. And it was like, it's like a matte, you know, colored black chin lip, but it also has like a little gloss to it. So I bought that. Oh, voice crack. So I bought that off of Amazon for around, let's say 60 bucks. I bought that off of Amazon for 60 bucks. And then I installed that myself. That was pretty easy. Got my Mustang for, you know, like $29.75, right? And then I paid off my insurance on my Mustang. I thought my insurance was gonna be like $1,000 plus. But my insurance ended up being $630 to pay it off for 6 months. So with all the money that I had left over, because I bought this Mustang so cheap, I ended up paying my Mustang off for $630 for 6 months. Many of you might think that that's a lot, but also at the time, I am 19, and I do, you know, depending on where you live and everything, your rates go up, and then plus with some tickets on your record, your rates go up also. So it was pretty cheap for me, but for some of you guys, you might think it's a lot, but it was fine for me. Known that Borla Attack mufflers were sounding amazing on these Mustangs. Across this guy who was selling some Borla Attacks. They were axle backs actually off of his Camaro for $320. Okay, so I just made it to this chill spot next to my job. So I bought the Borla Attacks for, the guy wanted $320 for him. I got him off for offer up. I offered him $250 at first, and then he dropped down to $300. And then I was like, all right, I'll do it for $300 because, you know, they're Borla Attacks and these things are expensive, but they were used and they were axle backs off his Camaro. So I bought his Borla Attacks mufflers for $300. All right, so $300. So then I bought those for $300, and then I went to the muffler shop, got those put on for $120. $300 to buy the mufflers, then $120 to get them welded on. I have Flowmaster Super 10s, not Super 10s, Flowmaster 40 series on here before I put the Borlas on. And when I put the Borla Attacks on, they sounded the exact same as what I took off of the car when the guy welded it on. So right now I'm like pissed off. The car sounds the exact same. I just paid $300 for these mufflers and $120 to get them put on, and the car sounds the exact same as the mufflers that I just took off. So that was a waste of money. So now let's put profit back to my pocket. I end up selling those mufflers a week later. I put them up for $300 again, what I bought them for on offer up, and the guy hit me up in 2 hours, less than 2 hours, and I sold them, boom, the next day. So I got $300 back into my pocket for that. But if I sold my mufflers, what did I do? I straight piped the car. So I had to go in my pocket again and spend another $120 to get my car straight piped. I did not want to get straight piped because I thought it would be too loud, but actually my car is pitch perfect right now, straight piped. But I ended up putting some new spark plugs in my car. That cost me $30. I put NGK copper spark plugs in my car. It's a type of spark plug, give your car a little bit more spark. It's like a more like faster spark to your car, you know, a little bit more torque or whatever, but it's not too different from the regular Motorcraft you know, manufacturer spark plugs they're going to. I just got a recommendation that I should throw some NGKs in there, and I did throw those in there, and I tell you, my car ran 100% better than before. As many other problems I thought was wrong with my car, I put those NGK spark plugs in and my car was running a lot better. All right, so now after the spark plugs, I want to get a little bit more power, So I went on and I bought this BBK air intake because all the Mustang owners, you know, they have BBK, and I looked into it. It says that you'll gain what, probably like 5 to 10 horsepower by adding this intake on. And honestly, I really did not see a difference. You need a tune if you really want to get the potential power out of these intakes and whatever else you throw on your car. But taking out the regular intake and then putting in that BBK without the tune, I honestly did not see a difference, to be honest. So that was $200 out of my pocket that was costing me. And I also installed the BBK air intake myself. Also, let me not forget, I got the BBK air intake off of American Muscle also. So yeah. So next, now for the most exciting part of the car and the most beastly look on the car are my Rovos Durbans. I was looking on Facebook and OfferUp, and I came across this kid who was selling 3 wheels for Rovos Durbans for $600. Now these wheels right here, they go for about $250. So I'm like, what am I gonna do with 3 wheels? But I figured that I'm gonna be saving at least 150 bucks on each wheel because he was only selling 3 wheels. It turns out this kid was gonna get a Mustang, but then he changed his mind and bought a truck. He was buying wheel by wheel, you know, like every other month or something. I don't know his situation, but he ended up changing his mind and put these Rovos up for sale, and he decreased the price on them. That's honestly a waste of money in his pocket, but profit in my pocket. So I bought 3 Rovos wheels for $600 after they were up for sale for $650. And then I went on the American Muscle and I bought the last wheel for around $250. Now these are the matte black Rovos wheels that I got, that he had. So then I went on you know, American Muscle, I matched that for $250. So all in all, $600. That's right there. I don't know the total price of everything. I'm just putting all these numbers, but you guys can see it right down there or whatever. But after that, I ended up having to get some new wheels. Right now, I am staggered right now. I'm running 255 by 35, I think. No, 255 by 40 by 18s in the front. And then in the rear, I am running 275, 40, 18s in the rear. Now I wanted to run like 295 or whatever, but I got a suggestion that it might be hard, you know, it is hard to find a bigger setup wheels for the backs, and like if something ever happens, or you're just gonna be coming out of pocket, you know, big bankroll, trying to buy some big, you know, wheels for the back. But it already looks pretty good from the back either way it goes. These tires are pretty fat. 275s, especially with the 18s, for sure. But I ended up, my front wheels right here, they're Nexen. These were $150 each. So 2 front wheels turned out to be $300. I got them from a guy off of his shop. I don't know the website or anything to that. But in the back, I went on OfferUp and I found some fresh Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons for $200 for both of them. Let me mention, these are Michelin Pilot Sports, and I've been drifting like crazy, and these things still have a ton of tread left in them. Oh man, these Michelin Pilot Sports are probably the best tires I've ever gone through. All right, so $300 for the front 2 tires. That's not even including the rims, and then $200 for the 2 rear tires. The 2 rears are bigger, but that goes to say that you can find everything for cheaper off of Facebook and OfferUp. Most of the things I bought on this car were from Facebook and OfferUp because I was trying to save and save and save so I can buy more and more and more, and that's what I did, and I achieved that goal. Overall, I think my wheel setup came out to be, the Rovos were around $1,000, and then that was $300, that was $200. My overall total for the wheel setup came out to be around $1,500 to $1,700. And also, since I knew a guy, I got the wheels mounted on. These wheels did not come on here. The rims came by themselves and the tires came by themselves. I got my rims mounted on for free by a guy I knew from a shop, so it's always good to have some good connections. All right, so now after the wheels, I figure I got some ugly ass rotors and I need to switch those out. All right, so I picked up some Power Tech. It's either Power Tech or Power Stop drilled and slotted rotors from Amazon for $160. I got all 4 of them for $160. Very cheap. And I've had these on for about 6 months now, and they're still doing me good. It comes with the rotors, drilled and slotted, and then it comes with the brake pads also. I got a year or 6-month warranty on these rotors in case they crack or whatever, because a lot of people say, oh, don't get drilled and slotted, they're gonna crack in the I don't know, summer with the heat and everything. But so far these things have been doing me good. But I got a warranty for about 6 months or a year, so I ended up having to pay $30 extra for that. And before I'm thinking about paying like $200 to $300, maybe even $400 for some drilled and slotted rotors and brake pads. But I said, skip it. Why not just pay the $30 extra to get, you know, the warranty if something breaks? If I was gonna end up paying like $300 and something in the first place, I ended up paying $190 in total for these drilled and slotted rotors and brake pads. So $190, I got that for off of Amazon. Next, you all know this car looks like a monster truck. So I was debating in between getting coilovers or lowering springs. I've been looking up videos, I've been looking up images. I was kind of thinking that I wasn't gonna get the right look I wanted with lowering springs, because lowering springs, they only go to a certain height, and with coilovers you can adjust them at any height you want. So I ended up looking and looking. I was gonna buy some eBay coilovers, but then nope, I got, you know, word that those things suck, so I did not get those. But it turns out, I got some SR Performance coilovers off of American Muscle for $750. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't $750. After tax and everything, it turned out to $800. So I got my coilovers, adjustable height and dampening, SR, in the front and also in the rear for $800. And I looked up a lot of videos on how to install them, because I wasn't trying to spend any more money with this setup because it was expensive. So I ended up installing these coilovers myself, and it actually was not the hardest thing ever. It was actually pretty simple, but there are some hiccups that you go through with these coilovers from adjusting them from the back. If you guys have any questions, if you have a 2-valve or anything and you have SR coilovers, or you're thinking about getting them, let me know. I have a lot to say about these things, because these things were $800, and I can tell you, I do not like these damn coilovers. These coilovers are shit, man. I feel every single bump in the road after thinking these coilovers is gonna, you know, let my car ride really smooth. But after figuring out coilovers don't make your car ride any much better, you just get the right height that you want. And as you can see, I do have the right height, but at the end of the day, I'd rather get some lowering springs that'll get me at a, you know, a decent height, you know, maybe a little taller than that, closer, whatever. But the ride quality of these coilovers are ass cheeks, man. I really hate these coilovers, and it was a waste of $800, to be honest. I wish I would have went with lowering springs. I thought I needed new springs and shocks before I put these coilovers on. You know, when this car was stock, I told the guy it needs new, you know, it needs new springs and new shocks. This thing is bouncy all over the road. But the original ride was way better than these damn coilovers. I hate these coilovers, but I spent $800 on those. I'm not gonna go into too much detail with these coilovers, but yeah. So after coilovers, I ended up going over and I got a BBK 78mm throttle body. Now I've been reading these throttle bodies, you know, it gives you a little bit more torque, a little bit more horsepower, and it's perfect with the combination of the BBK air intake. So I bought the BBK air intake off of Facebook from a guy. He had it posted for about $230 or something like that. I offered him $150, and then later on we negotiated. We got sold it at $180. So he's actually shipping it from Florida. I was pretty skeptical about it, but the BBK air intake looked pretty clean, and the guy, you know, he was knowing what he was talking about. He was a pretty cool guy, so I trusted it, and therefore, well, I got the BBK air intake, or not the air intake, the throttle body, and it turns out that I needed to go pick up some things from the auto parts store, like this whole hose connector here, because this does not come with this, but I needed this to plug in a hose here and everything else. But skip that, I'll get to that in another video later. But that was 180 bucks. You guys know these things go for about 300. I think close to it's around $300. So yeah. All right, from learning that when you get your throttle body and then plus your air intake, you know, you're gonna get the little horsepower, you know, by putting them on, but you're not gonna get the full potential horsepower. And plus your car's not gonna run properly. XCT X4 tuner, and those things, they go around $400, and I bought the tuner for $300 off someone off of OfferUp. He posted it for $300, then I got him down to $280. And then when I went there, I was talking to him, you know, we were just talking, whatever. I ended up giving the guy $300, not even paying attention to what I was doing. But we settled at $280, but I ended up giving him $300. So I mean, I really don't care because I got $100 off. These things go for brand new, around $400, maybe even $500, depending on some. But other than that, the thing was unlocked, unmarried. That's what you have to make sure when you get these tuners for your Mustangs or any other Ford, you know, manufactured car. Okay, now also I had to put these coilovers on, right? So now you have to get an alignment. Here I got an alignment for 170 bucks, and I got a 3-year warranty. So anything I install on my car, any, like, you know, suspension parts, whatever, I can bring it back to them and they'll align it back for me for free. All right, next I ended up getting 2 new rear brake calipers. I honestly forgot the reason why I had to get these. I don't know if it was because of the rotors that I put in or whatever, but I don't know. I just got 2 new rear calipers. I forgot the reason why, but those ended up costing me $120. They were about 60 bucks each, you know, plus tax, whatever, and pretty cheap. I got them from the Advanced Auto Parts. They, you know, the OEM, you know, manufactured Ford calipers. Nothing special. So yeah. But overall, also, while I forgot to say, while I was at my guy's shop over in Wisconsin, I also ordered a new clutch. New clutch kit. It came with the clutch, came with the pilot bearing, it came with a throwout bearing, and it comes with the what's the other one? I forgot. I can't really think right now. I'm talking too fast. But I ordered a new clutch. The clutch was $200. The clutch kit was $200, and then I had to pay him $350 to put it in. Me and him, we installed the clutch ourselves, the new clutch ourselves. And I saved a lot of money there because honestly, installing a clutch is not hard. As long as you got the tools, maybe if you got a lift, it'll make it a lot more easier or something like that. But the tools is the #1 thing that you need for this thing. And I would say a lift. But I looked up a video, I went over a video about Chris Fix about 3 times about him, and he does the best videos, you know, of installing a clutch and like taking out the you gotta take out the transmission and everything. But it's not as hard as you guys seem. As it seems, it's actually pretty easy, but I wouldn't say I would have done this myself unless I had an experienced, you know, mechanic or someone who has done it before and someone who knows what they're doing with a lot of tools. I then later on, I think this is the last thing. No, these tinted tail lights are actually the last thing that I got. I got these tinted tail light. These are stickers actually from Amazon. They were 20 bucks, but I ended up going to Amazon and I got some boiler tips. I honestly forgot the price of these. I'll put it down in the description, but I either paid $190 or around like $140 for both of these boiler tips. These boiler tips are 4-inch, and they do, you know, they give the car a great look, As you can see, I got a side skirt right here. Many people, what they don't know is that this side skirt is actually from Home Depot. It's not a side skirt, it's garage splitter. As you can see, this is, you know, bendable material here. $15 from the Home Depot. You can get some garage cutter. There's some videos on it. A lot of people do it, and it seems legit, and it's not like a bad install, to be honest. So these GT stickers right here, I got more in my car, but I got GT stickers on each and every one of my Robo spokes, and that costed me $8 from eBay. But then also my calipers are spray painted red. I had these things spray painted for about, I would say, 4 to 5 months already, And like I said, $14 for 2 cans of spray paint, around there. Yeah. And it's nighttime, guys. I had to run to work really quick. I didn't get to shoot everything else, but I forgot one thing. I did get my flywheel resurfaced for the last $100 that I put into this car. There, you know, there's other little specs that I put into it, but I'm not gonna count that because it's like little mini bucks or whatever. But I just got, hey, shut up. I just got done cleaning the whip up a little bit. Now it's looking fresh. I tell you guys, I put all this into my Mustang in about 2 to 3 months. Since I have so much money saved up. Hey, tell me to shut up one more time, dude.
Shut up, bitch.
Who's this guy talking to? Like, when he comes by on his motorcycle, I'm just push his ass over. He's gonna fall. Since I had a lot of money, what the hell is that? So I had a lot of money left over. This dude's gonna distract me when I'm trying. He's gonna mess up my video now. Yeah, get out of here. He complains that he wants to go home all day, but yet don't even want to go home. But anyways, yeah, had a lot of money saved over because I was planning on buying a car for like $7,000, but I ended up buying this for $2,000, and then got everything that I wanted with this car, which was perfect. So for all you Mustang owners out there, most of these parts fit your car. This is the price that I got them for. You know, those are the websites that I got them off of: Shop, Facebook, OfferUp, and Craigslist. You will save a lot of money there. And plus, the used parts, you know, you just gotta go make sure it's good. And no matter if it's used, it's still gonna be good, you know. If you guys have any questions about the mods that I have on my car, how I installed them, or anything else in particular to, you know, the NEWEDGE Mustang or the year before, maybe the year after, drop them in the comment section below. I will be glad to answer them. And yeah, the links to most of the parts that I have on my car will be in the description. Although most of the things that I bought from OfferUp or whatever, but the things that I bought on websites, they will be in the description. Other than that, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You know, bringing content in about the car every week. Car meets every week, and maybe not this weekend. It's gonna rain, I don't know. But other than that, we are gone, man.